Dude, you got some peanut breath. Quit it. Eating them Cajun peanuts. What is wrong with you? That is awful. Y'all understand how bad that is. All right, I'm going to do this video with my hand. All right, everybody, welcome. I am Coach Horn, and this is Professor.
You know my name.
This is Professor Groves right here, everybody. Give me on the nose. Yes, we are here to tell you a little bit more about learning, a little bit more about not history this time, but a little bit about what the skills you're going to get from leaving this class. We call them our priority standards, the priorities in this class. What do you think?
So a little bit about that is when we refer to standards, we're usually talking about what we have to learn, what has to be taught in our rooms. And that's we're talking about the literal history there, but when you're talking about priority standards, what Coach Horn's talking about there, guys, is how we are going to learn that history, what we're doing with those stories.
I'm confused. We're not going to just learn a bunch of stories, a bunch of trivia?
No, we got to do something with it.
I want to win a taco.
Yeah. It's actually more important.
I want to win a taco.
What we do with the history is more important than the history.
So if I know that the USS Constitution was nicknamed Old Ironside, that's not going to help me in this class?
No.
But I might win a taco at Los Trojos. Yes, I might. I might. That's good stuff. All right, the skills of history. We're looking at six of them as we identify. There's six of them as we identified as the priorities. There's actually 10 we chose from. So we may do some other skills also, but there's six. Yes, sir.
There's actually 20.
20?
And we chose,
that's right.
There's 10 for reading and there's 10 for writing. So you take those skills and you divide them up into 10 subparts. We have chosen 3 standards in writing and 3 in reading that we think are the most important for you guys. It's not that we're not going to do the other 7 in each category. We're just going to do these 3 and these 3 more often.
Here we go. Number 1.
Number 1 for reading.
Let's look at reading. All right. So the way we've paraphrased it or written it down a little bit different here. You may see it in the classroom. Might be a little bit different in his or in mine. But basically what it is, it's all about evidence. You finding evidence from the documents that you receive to prove whatever the claim is that you've created or I have created. And we'll give you some examples of that as we go through these days. Now, when we're looking at reading, you're not just reading like paragraphs and sentences. You can read, say, a photograph. You can read a video. I know that sounds weird, but you're reading into what you're seeing. You're pulling things from what you see. So it's going to be a lot more than just opening up a book and reading the text. All right?
That's right.
Let me on that?
That's right.
That's a crazy looking place right there.
So we might ask you in the middle of a discussion in our class, well, what makes you say that? And then you refer back to the text that you read.
So in the picture, I see that they don't look happy. Look at their faces. They're very sad.
Yeah. And the main word that Coach used was evidence.
Evidence.
The things that you read, that's evidence, hopefully, to support your opinion or your answer.
Now, let's say it actually is text. It's a paragraph. How do you actually pull that out and put it in your own writing? You would actually quote what you see in the text. You pull the words out, put quotes around it, and then right after that you put a comma and you say what that quote means. And that's how you would actually prove that you understand the evidence.
And that's kind of is really closely related to number 4, which is the second reading standard that we're going to do. It's tell what words mean as they are used in text. So there's a word there. You're not quite sure what that word means, but based on how that word is being used in a paragraph, you can kind of figure it out.
Yes, very good. That's a great way to figure out the definitions of word is look at the words around them. So we've looked at 2 skills so far. Finding evidence in documents. It could be writing. It could be pictures. It could be videos. And then we've also learned how to actually find out what something means, an individual word means, by looking at the words around it. That takes us to our last skill that we have identified as priority. Last of the reading skills, and we have 3 more. And that will be you actually creating or including visual information. This can be fun, guys.
And that's very simple. That's things that you see. What kind of image can you create or go find that goes with that text or that information?
Yes, let's say we're looking at money or the change over time of stuff. You might create a chart or a graph and see how as the years or the days or the weeks progress, see how things change. Or maybe there's a situation that's just odd and weird but interesting to you. You might express this in a meme, maybe. Maybe you actually make a picture, a meme. Or maybe you have a political cartoon, which will be fun. You'll have a good time with those. We'll show you some of those.
Yeah.
You'll enjoy this. Get into it. 3 skills so far of reading.
Yep.
Sounds pretty easy for it, doesn't it?
So the other skills that we're not mentioning in reading are supporting standards. You will do those as well. We're not going to specifically talk about those. We may do that in class, but not in this video. So now we're going to move over to writing, which is obviously directly linked to reading. So in writing, we've picked also 3 standards that we think are the most important for you guys that we're going to do on a routine basis throughout the course of the school year. Just because it's a standard doesn't mean we're going to do it the same way every time. We're going to change how we do the standard. We just want you to know what it is.
Yes, we want you to walk out with these skills and actually know how to use them, be able to tell what you're doing, not just do it on accident. All right, so here, next thing, lots of fun.
So the first standard for writing is to write an argument focused on specific text.
Now, you heard the word argument. That does not mean, it does not mean yelling at people. You're not just, yeah, no.
Chipotle peanuts are the best.
No, my gosh. I can definitely tell you it's not the best right now. Yes, so arguments, winning, debating, discussing, dialogue.
It's support. That's what it is.
Yes, you are going to put in writing on paper what you believe, and then you're going to use that evidence that you got from the reading, the looking at the pictures and the videos and all that.
So check it out. We both did this in our class with you guys. Why is history important? Why do we study history? And you had to write something down to support that. You watched a little video about it. You got some new knowledge, some new information, and what you wrote down, that's standard number 1. You're using an argument. You're using evidence to support your thought.
Now, if I'm going to win an argument, can I just say my opinion? Can I just say, hey, this is what I think, and that's the way it is?
No.
Or my mama said this, and my daddy said this. That's the
or
way
you
I
just
think.
say it with a lot of enthusiasm.
Yeah, if you're the loudest in an argument, that doesn't mean you're right. It doesn't mean you're going to win. If you provide evidence or based on some type of historical document or some type of a current document, evidence from it says in the rule book, this right here, that's what we got to follow. That's right.
That's right.
Yep.
Right.
All right, and that's what you'll do. That's your writing skill or priority skill number 1.
For writing.
That's right,
Yeah.
for writing.
All right, so the second one is to write in an organized way.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, that sounds really simple, doesn't it?
It sounds like Wicker. We're focusing on some
Yeah.
Wicker.
It sounds like let's write a paragraph with an introductory sentence.
Yes.
It sounds like claim data commentary.
Yes. No, so look, you're going to learn a lot about this one in actually a different subject. In your language arts classes, they will give you a plan of how to write paragraphs, how to write 5-paragraph essays, and maybe more than that. We need to use that in this class. We will, if you don't have that, we'll give you some plans, but that's the key right there. When you focus on this skill, you become organized, you make a plan before you write. You don't just start randomly writing, or it may not make a lot of sense. It may not be this word right here. It may not be coherent.
Yeah.
And then somebody else picks it up to read it, like your teacher or a friend, and it's like, what's going on? It don't make any sense. It might be the best stuff in the whole world. It may have the best evidence, but it's not organized. It's not planned out.
Yeah.
It's not going to make any sense.
So, and we hope that you have picked up on the link or the close relationship between history and ELA.
Yes, go together.
ELA is the course that we're most like. And we hope that the skills that you guys learn in ELA, that you'll be able to use those in our room and vice versa.
Yes, you will read history in ELA. You'll be reading some fiction, I believe, but you will use the fiction to write arguments also, based on what you hear and what you see. And our last priority standard under writing, that brings us to our 6th skill, is the way I like to look at it.
Right.
All right, is answering the question. Maybe you've created this question, or it's been given to you, or I, or given to you, or how do I say that? Given to you by Coach Groves or myself. All right, and you're going to research. You have to go and find and research these questions and find answers from not just one place,
Right.
but from many different sources, many different places.
Yep.
Maybe it's from a video. Maybe it's from a reading. Maybe it's from a picture. Maybe it's from 2 or 3 pictures. Maybe it's from more 4 or 5 readings.
Maybe it's from a newspaper article. Maybe it's from CNN 10.
Websites.
Could be from
That's
anything.
right.
Could be
And
from
then,
anything.
that's right. And you'll pull in sources from more than one source, too.
So you're using evidence from multiple sources to support whatever you're writing. And that is the standard.
You can, let's do one real quick. So, school is important. There's a claim. You could change it into a question and say, is school important? And then we could go and we could say, maybe I'll interview you. Is school important? Can you tell me why, Coach Groves?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, it is important.
Wow, he said it is. And then he can tell me reasons why. And you come to Coach Horn, and I can tell you reasons why.
Multiple sources right there.
You go look at maybe a yearbook, and you can see those that started in one place, and they did something, like maybe in sports or something, and all of a sudden they're in college playing sports. Or you go read, you watch videos, it's amazing stuff. Anyway, so to end what this one's saying is you're doing some research projects. Yes, you are. And you're going to look at it in a fun and exciting way. Anyways, you have any questions?
You know, so just one little thought real quick, because a lot of times people misconstrue this and they mess this up. Writing does not mean pen to paper. You could write something by making a video.
You can write something by making a video.
Yeah. Like, think about that. Use evidence, multiple sources to support your claim. That's writing number 7. But you could accomplish that and never actually literally write, like using the verb, anything. You could click photo booth, record, and go and draw on multiple sources. And guess what? You are accomplishing that standard, are you not?
I want to add, yes, you are. I want to add to it. The way I look at it when it comes to writing, you are creating knowledge.
You're
You
showing
are.
it. Yeah. You can
go
hear it, you
grab,
can see it. Yeah.
4 or 5 things from different sources. I'm not going to tell you what to write in there. You're going to pull it together. And you're creating knowledge. You might be, repeating some knowledge that's already there, but you're organizing it for your brain.
Yeah.
All right,
That's
and that's going to make it stick there. It's yours. You're discovering it, and you'll remember that.
Absolutely.
Do you want me to tell you everything you need to know?
I hope not.
That'd be kind of boring. You only remember a little bit of it. You
I
go
know.
discover it.
I
Discover
really
it on
get
your own.
tired of hearing him. So
Look here, Chipotle breath. You better keep that to yourself. All right, guys. It's been fun. Let's have a great year this year. Remember your skills. You're going to walk out with history. It's not just a bunch of trivia. It's not just about that taco. Even though I love a taco. Put some sour cream and cheese on it, a little salsa. A little ground beef is greasy.
I like cheese.
Yeah, taco.
I like cheese.
I'll share a taco with you. You share a taco with me.
I like cheese.
All right, guys.
See ya.